morning and welcome to the Library Show. We hope that you find our lineup today interesting. Roxanne and I will discuss where the book can take you. Julia will be interviewing Terry Capote of the Cobb County Library Foundation, for which we are very grateful. They really provide a lot of support for us. And Beth and Shannon will present books for kids, always great books. Cindy will tell you about some of the library's resources. You'd be surprised at some of the things that we have to offer.
Our segment today is Where the Book Can Take You. Summer reading can be different. Why is this, Donna?
Some people like last month's reads, the hot reads, short, easy to read, fast, at the beach. Other people want to take summer to decompress. They want something that allows them to slow down, to go to another place, and to just get away from everything.
Okay, our first book is more like that. It's A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Why did you pick that story?
Well, I know that it's a real shocker. People are going, Dickens? I haven't read Dickens since high school when I decided I hated him. But someone mentioned to me recently that he could be a lot of fun to read. So I listened to and read A Tale of Two Cities. And I have to say, it was absolutely marvelous.
What emotion did this classic spark in you?
Well, to begin with, the prose is so wonderful. The sentences are wonderful. So as I'm reading, I'm listening to the way people talk. And it's just such a joy. People don't talk that way anymore.
No, they don't.
No, it's just wonderful.
Where did this book take you?
The French Revolution in Paris and London. As I said, I had never read the book, but I'd heard of it, just the very first sentence. But you see very clearly, Dickens is such a precise writer, very clearly the horrors that people were having to go through before the Revolution, and the horrors that people had to go through, sometimes those same people, during the Revolution. And he just writes it beautifully.
I see. I'll have to check that one out.
As a matter of fact, Kennesaw did their book group on The Tale of Two Cities this past month. And they had great discussions on it. They have book groups discussions every every fourth Tuesday and Saturday at 2. And so if their book group was willing to read A Tale of Two Cities, I think many people will find it a good summer read.
I'll have to try it. Our next book is more like a hot read. It's Bravo by Greg Rucka.
Yeah.
Where does this book take the reader?
This book takes the reader to military operations in the Middle East and in America.
What is this the book about, and why would you read it?
The book is about an elite military squad, U.S. military squad, that is fighting terrorism everywhere, particularly in the U.S. They have undercover people. So it is very, very fast-paced. The men are manly men. The women are extraordinary. And they use the vernacular that you would expect to hear from a military group. So when you read it, you're there. You're a part of that group. They have the language, the abbreviations, the acronyms.
A lot of military jargon.
A lot of military jargon and realistic dialogue.
Is this part of a series?
Yes, it is. This is B for Bravo. A for Alpha was the first book, which does not have to be read in sequence, but they're about the same team, and I'm sure that pretty soon C for Charlie will come out.
Our next book is totally different. It's a guidebook. It's a dog lover's guide to travel by Kelly E. Carter.
Yes, it's a National Geographic book by Kelly Carter. So many people don't want to leave their dogs behind.
Where does this book take you and your dog?
This book is so marvelous. It has 75 locations in the United States and Canada that tell you, for each of those places, everything you want to know to take your companion with you.
Does it tell you where to stay, to eat, to board your pet?
Yes, it does. It tells you what hotels are friendly for dogs and have amenities for them. It tells you what restaurants allow you to bring your pooch. And you'd be surprised at some of the restaurants that you can he can eat at. For example, in Naples, all of the outdoor restaurants, your dog is welcome. They also tell you where you can take your dog for a bath, a spa, a grooming. It's great.
What are some of the things you found?
The funniest that I found was this thing called, and I have to look it up, it's in Napa Valley, it's called Paw Sport, where you can go to a wine tasting with your dog.
I hope he has water, not wine.
He gets water, she gets water, not wine. There's also canine cruises in some cities. There are kayaking with your dog in some places. San Francisco, you can go on a cable car ride with your dog.
What about Atlanta?
Atlanta has 12 dog-friendly restaurants in downtown alone.
Now, it sounds like my daughter would really like that book.
I think she would. For anybody who doesn't want to leave their dog behind, this has all the resources in one place. I mean, you could spend a lot of time looking for resources. This has everything right there. They even have websites when available that let you know if there's extra costs. It is such a fun book, and it's nicely laid out. I recommend it for anybody who wants to travel with a dog.
We hope that you have found something interesting that you would like to read. All of the books we discussed today can be found at the Cobb County Library. Stay tuned for the next segment. Julia will be interviewing Terry Capote of the Library Foundation.
But it would be safe to keep your distance until the
No secret that laughter makes you smile.
reliable sources say that chicken soup has found their way out of this dangerous, but it will be safe until they are returned.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to the Library Show. I'm Julia, and today we have a very special guest with us, Terry Capote from the Cobb Library Foundation. Terry, thanks for being back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so you have a lot of fun things coming up, so let's dive right in. Tell us all about these exciting events.
Well, we're very busy this summer. We just finished up a Booked at Six event with Bill Arnett, who is an Atlanta-based art historian, curator, writer, editor, and he is the man behind, some people call it folk art, he calls it outer art. The artists like Thornton Dial, Lonnie Holly, and the women of the Quilts of Gee's Bend, Alabama. And he's written books about them and worked diligently to get them into museums all over the world. And he's an amazing storyteller, so that was a great event. Coming up in August, on August 6th, we've got the U.S. Poet Laureate, Natasha Trethewey, is coming to join us. It was hard to pin her down because she's a busy woman, but to get her schedule pinned down. So August 6th, which is a Wednesday at the Georgian Club, and if we're going to have the Poet Laureate come in, what better time than to have a poetry contest?
Oh,
so we're
awesome.
doing that as well. We had a patron of the library, Mary Ellen, and she was not only a dedicated, loyal patron of the library system, a longtime Cobb County resident, she also was a poetry enthusiast. And so when she passed, unfortunately, in 2011, her friends came together and issued a grant to be used specifically for poetry in the name of Mary Ellen Wright. And so we are having the Mary Ellen Wright Memorial Poetry Contest. It's going on right now. You can pick up applications at the library, and this is for it's for your youth. So we're going to be having two groups, grades 3 through 6 and grades 7 through 12, and that's rising grades, so going into. And there are no rules about what they have to write about. They'll be judged by Marietta School officials and Cobb County School officials. And then when the 2 winners are chosen, those poems will be published in the Marietta Daily Journal.
Wow.
And they'll receive their prizes from the U.S. Poet Laureate.
What an amazing opportunity for young people in the community. And that's such a great way to honor Mary Ellen Wright. She was, like you said, such a great supporter of the library and really just a wonderful person. So it's a wonderful way to honor her memory. So
Right. It all
excited
came
about that.
together just beautifully. So we've got that going on August 6th, which is going to be a great event. And then we've got, we're doing something a little bit different.
Okay.
August 20th, we've been running our Booked for Lunch series for some time. And that's a really nice kind of formal white
Absolutely.
tablecloth luncheon. We bring in an author.
Always
This
delicious.
time, we're going to shake it up a little bit, and this one's for kids.
Oh, fun.
So we've got Danny Schnitzling, who wrote The Monster Who Ate My Peas,
Okay.
The Monster Who Did My Homework.
Oh, those are so cute.
And he's
amazing books.
he's a great speaker, and he plays a little guitar, and the kids love him. So he'll be coming on August 20th at the Mansour Center.
Great.
I'm
Right on
sure-
Roswell Street, right?
Right. I'm sure there will be pizza involved.
You can never go wrong with pizza, right?
So we're going to take out the white tablecloths and maybe serve a little pizza and have some fun. So we are looking forward to that. And then the big drum roll, the big cornerstone event for the foundation is the gala every year. And so this year it's going to be October 16th.
Okay.
And we have, dun dun dun,
Who is
Emily Giffen.
Oh, one of my favorites. I love
So
her.
Her latest book, The One and Only, just came out and just went straight to #1. So this is her 7th, I believe, New York Times bestseller novel. And she lives locally here in Atlanta, and she was very gracious in allowing room in her schedule for our gala.
It's awesome.
And so this is always a great event. It's, there's music, there's fun. You can get together with your friends. There's a great dinner. Our chairman this year is Mike Plant from the Atlanta Braves. Cobb County, of course, is very excited about the Braves coming in, so he'll
Yes.
be able to talk about that. We've got a silent auction, and so it's just a great opportunity to kind of really get to know the Library Foundation and what we do and why we're here.
If I can put in a plug for the gala, I have to say it's one of my favorite events of the year because, you get to just get dressed up. It's like prom, but for adults,
Right,
Which,
right.
how often do you get to like put on a ball gown and, you don't have to be that fancy, right? But
Right,
just put on a
right.
fancy dress and go hang out with your friends and support a really, really awesome organization. So the Cobb Library Foundation does so much, and I'm so excited to hear about all these amazing events. This is really exciting. And Emily Giffen, you can't get any better than that, right?
That's
She's
right. We're
amazing.
very
Yeah.
excited that she was available and willing to do this for us. And what perfect timing, because just as we booked her, she just shot straight to #1. So we're really excited about this. And of course, having Mike Plant to talk about the Braves, it's just a wonderful thing going on in Cobb County. And so our goal is just to continue with that.
Awesome. Well, that's a great program, a great way to support the foundation, which of course supports the library. So we appreciate everything that you do for us. Such a great organization, and you're working so hard to have these amazing events. So thank you for being on the show this morning. We really appreciate it. And if you'd like to find out more about the Cobb Library Foundation, you can visit their website. It's cobblibraryfoundation.org. Stick around. We've got more of the library show after this.
Hey Beth, what are you doing?
I'm trying to create a formula for our Fizz Boom Read summer reading program, but it's really hard.
You know you can visit the library for summer reading, right? The librarians make it super easy to sign up.
Really?
Yeah. You go to the library and they give you your reading log, and all summer as you read, you just write down the titles of the books.
Whoa, that is easy. And then what?
At the end of July, bring your log back to your librarian. They give you a certificate, a free book, and you get to go to the summer party in August.
Cool. But how will I ever remember all that? Hey,
Dewey!
What? Oh, that's right. I can go to our website for more information. I can even sign up online.
You're right. Should we go sign up for the summer reading program?
Let's.
For more information about our summer reading program, visit the website at www.cobcat.org/SRP.
Welcome back to the Library Show. I'm Beth.
And I'm Shannon. Summertime is in full swing here at the library, and for us, that means story time. Lots and lots of story time. We try our hardest every year to include the summer reading theme in our programs, and this summer that means science. Beth and I have brought some of our favorite science storytime books, and they are full of sneaky science.
Okay, I do toddler story time at the Schweitzer Library, which is Wednesdays at 11 o'clock. And you might be wondering how toddlers and science could possibly mix. Well, science is all about exploration and discovery, and toddlers love to explore. For example, this book, Bear's Busy Family by Stella Blackstone, might look like a bear, or actually a book about a family of very talented bears, but it's secretly a book about the nervous system. Yep. Each page is about one of the 5 sentences. It's extra fun to touch your nose on the smelling pages, ears on the hearing pages, and so on. Speaking of anatomy, I always sing head, shoulders, knees, and toes at story time, but another fun book to read is called Wake Up Me by Marnie McGee. A child rises to begin the day, but not without waking up from head to toe. In fact, this next book is actually called From Head to Toe, and it's by Eric Carle. Sure, kinesiology might sound like a fancy word, but it's really just the study of movement, and this book is all about trying to move like different animals. This is one that we read every week at my story time.
One of my favorite science topics for story time is astronomy, outer space. This summer I'm reading Kitten's First Full Moon by Kevin Henkes and Comets, Stars, the Moon, and Mars by Douglas Florian. In Kitten's First Full Moon, Kitten tries to drink the moon, which she thinks is a dish of milk. It's a very simple story, great for young kids, and it gets you thinking about the moon. You can read this book and have some great follow-up questions like, is the moon really made of milk or even cheese? And where exactly is the moon and why can't Kitten reach it? In Comets, Stars, the Moon, and Mars, we're introduced to the solar system through poetry. I like that there's a poem for every planet in our solar system, as well as poems about the universe, black holes, comets, asteroids, you name it. It's a great way and a fun way to get an introduction to everything you'll find in outer space.
Speaking of space, what about the sky? Meteorology is the study of the atmosphere and weather, and Shannon and I know lots of fun books about weather. This first book is called What Color Was the Sky Today? And it's by Mila Ford. We all know that the sky is blue, but is it really always blue? In this book, and as in life, the day begins with the sunrise, and the sky continues to display different colors as the day goes on. Another book about color and weather is Rain, written by Robert Callan and illustrated by Donald Cruz. I like the rainbow of colors in this book, and a fun literary bonus is that the falling rain is actually text, like in a concrete poem where both the shape and the words of the text work together to create meaning. Raindrop Plop by Wendy Cheyette Lewison is a rhyming book that invites us to count from 1 to 10 and then from 10 down to 1. I brought another Stella Blackstone book with me too, and this one is called Bear in Sunshine. In this book, Bear celebrates all different types of weather as well as the 4 seasons. I like this one especially because it's not just about rain.
In my opinion, we can't talk about science story times without talking about dinosaurs. I've read a lot of dinosaur books at Storytime, and this summer I'm reading Dinobites by Algie Craig Hall and Dinosaur Kisses by David Ezra Stein. Both of these books are really funny, but they're actually full of good dinosaur information. And you might be tempted after reading these books to find out more dinosaur information in nonfiction books. That's what I like about science picture books, is that they can spark an interest that you will want to continue discovering in nonfiction books. It's great for Common Core if you're going to be starting school in the fall, and it's just a lot of fun.
My next few books are about shapes, sizes, and patterns. Lots of Dots by Craig Fraser and Ladybugs Have Lots of Spots by Cheryl and Simon Shapiro are both about finding circles in all sorts of places. And the book Round is a Mooncake by Roseanne Thong invites the reader to find all sorts of different shapes in various objects. Many of the objects in this book are from Asia, but the same author also wrote Round is a Tortilla. After all, shapes are everywhere. For a bigger challenge, why not read The Shape of Me and Other Stuff by Dr. Seuss? The shapes in this book are more like shadows than geometric shapes, but I bet you can still recognize most of them. And after you look for shapes, maybe you want to look for patterns. Stripes of All Types by Susan Stockdale and Animal Spots and Stripes by Britta Teckentrup are all about, well, animals, spots, and stripes. This one is even a Lift the Flap book.
My last couple of books are about acoustics, which is a branch of physics. I like exploring acoustics in the library because it lets me be loud. That's right, acoustics is the study of sound. In Sing Along Song by Joanne Mackin, a little boy sings along with all the noises he hears throughout his day. And Toot Toot Beep Beep by Emma Garcia is about a bunch of cars making a lot of noise. I like reading sound books during story time because they encourage participation. Children love to help me read out the sounds that we find in these books.
I agree, Shannon, any excuse to have a noisy story time. Anyway, these next books all relate to entomology, which is the study of insects. So why not continue your acoustic explorations with John Himmelman's Noisy Bug Sing-Along? From click beetles to bumblebees, get ready to get noisy. At the end of the book, you can learn more about sound waves and about how and why these insects make their sounds. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle might take a few liberties when it comes to caterpillar nutrition, but the transformation from a caterpillar into a butterfly is truly magnificent. Finally, what celebration of bugs would be complete without I Love Bugs by Philemon Sturges? This one has bright, bold pictures, and it even rhymes. It's lots of fun to point out all the different bugs in this book. These are just a few of our favorite sneaky science books, but once you start looking, you'll discover that science is everywhere. For these and other great books, visit your local Cobb County Library or check out our website at www.cobbcat.org. Our online program calendar lists all of our story times and other fun programs, so we hope to see you and your child soon. Stay tuned for more of The Library Show. Oh, hey, Shannon. What are you doing?
Hey, I'm trying to create the perfect formula for our Spark the Reaction Young Adult Summer Reading Program, but it's really hard.
You know you can just go to your library, right?
Really?
Yeah, the librarians make it super easy to sign up.
Well, what do I do?
Well, when you go to your library, you can pick up book review forms, and you can write short book reviews of the books that you read.
Okay, and what about when I'm done?
Well, by the end of the summer, you should bring them back to your library, or you can even submit them online. And then you'll get entered into a drawing for cool prizes, and you'll be invited to our really cool summer reading party in August.
Well, that sounds great, but how am I going to remember all of this?
Dewey!
Dewey, you're right. I can just visit the website and get all my information there.
Yeah, thanks, Dewey.
Thanks, Dewey.
Should we go sign up for summer reading?
Let's do it. For more information on the summer reading program, visit our website at www.cobbcat.org/SRP.
Hi, welcome back to the show. My name is Cindy, and I'm a reference librarian at South Cobb Regional Library in Mableton. I'm going to tell you about educational resources that are available to you whenever you need them, even when the library is closed. You may think the library is just about checking out books, DVDs, and music CDs, but Cobb Libraries also offer you access to online learning resources that teach you computer skills from computer basics to advanced skills in the Microsoft suite of applications, prepare you to take tests like the GED, SAT, ACT, and offer a host of continuing education courses in business, writing, and personal development. The resources I'll introduce you to today are Learning Express Library and Gale Courses. To find these resources, start at the library website, cobbcat.org. Look for the link for eLibrary under the collections list. Once you click on eLibrary, a list of subject areas is available to pick from. Choose Education, and this will take you to the web page with the links to Learning Express Library and Gale Courses. You'll need your library card number and PIN number if you're logging in from your home computer. I'll start with Learning Express Library. Learning Express Library is an interactive web-based learning program that provides elementary, middle, and high school students, as well as adult learners, with instant access to comprehensive collection of test preparation tools, skill-building materials, and career resources. There are over 1,000 online practice tests and interactive skill-building tutorials available, along with more than 200 ebook titles, all developed by expert academic and industry professionals. You can prepare for professional certification, licensing, and aptitude tests in a range of occupations like healthcare, civil service or government, law enforcement, firefighting, EMS, military such as the ASVAB, real estate, and more. Improve your workplace skills, including interviewing techniques, business writing, and computer skills. Need to prepare for the GED test? Learning Express Library has updated materials for the new GED test. Students can achieve higher scores on college entrance exams like the ACT and SAT, or improve their performance on college advanced placement exams. There are also graduate school admission tests, such as the GMAT, GRE, LSAT, and MCAT. Students of any age can improve skills in reading, writing, and math. The practice tests available in Learning Express mimic the real tests with timing, scoring, in the format of official exams. You get instant feedback and diagnostic score reports to pinpoint your strengths and weaknesses. Detailed answer explanations allow you a better understanding of the subject material. Instant essay scoring enables you to improve your writing skills. This online resource is easy to use, and best of all, you can use this online resource whenever you need to from your home computer. And of course, you can access Learning Express Library from any library computer. The second resource I want to tell you about is Gale Courses program. It was formerly known as Learn for Life. This educational program offers you access to hundreds of instructor-led online courses covering everything from health and wellness to creative writing, computer programming, GED test preparation, and more. The courses are developed by expert instructors, many currently working at universities around the country, and have continuous enrollment dates. Each individual course is online for 6 weeks and features 12 lessons with online discussions, homework, quizzes, and a final exam. The next enrollment date is August 20th. There are lots of courses to choose from. For example, business courses in accounting, finance, investing, sales and marketing, and starting your own business. Computer courses in Microsoft Suite applications, QuickBooks, and Peachtree accounting software. There are also courses you can take for personal development, like creative writing, digital photography, and drawing. These are just a few of the many courses you can take through the Gale Courses program. All you need to enroll in these courses is your library card number and PIN number. With Gale Courses, you are limited to only 5 free classes a year. If you would like more information about these resources and additional education opportunities, visit the library website at cobcat.org. Call us or come into your local branch today. Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Library Show. To learn more about all the great books available for summer reading and all the activities going on at your local library, visit the library website at www.cobcat.org or come into your local branch today. As Dr. Seuss said, the more that you read, the more things you know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. See you next time.